an unexpected dividend today on the Daily Is Show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Daily Is Show, and a show not just for rental housing providers, but anybody who wants to get more white space on your calendar. It's really good to see you all. How did my mic keep getting out of control here? All right, there we go. I was on coaching calls all day today, and I'm sure no one wanted to hear my radio voice. So hope you guys are having an amazing week. We need people out there to think spring. Spring is coming. I can tell. It's just, man, winter just does not want to let go, but we are gaining on it. I feel like we're gaining on it. All right. So those of you who are in the Midwest, you know what I'm talking about. All right. Well, today what I'm talking about is an unexpected dividend from donating your time. And it was interesting that the thought of this particular show came to me when I was talking to a good friend here. Her name is Risa Hodnett. She actually is, I'm going to give her a title because I don't really know what her title is, but program director, we'll say, of junior achievement here locally. And she is just a great human being. I really have a great relationship with her. I've known her for a while back when she worked for Greater Lafayette Commerce. Well, it's interesting because I have donated my time to junior achievement for a really long time. Ta-da. And it's really interesting because she had reached out to me in different things and was asking if I'd be interested in donating, of course. And it was really funny because I have always, for those of you who aren't familiar with junior achievement, I never knew what junior achievement was because in New York, it was probably illegal because it was something good for children. I don't know. But, here in Indiana, in the Midwest, we love our kids. I'm kidding. Just chill. But the thing is, what it is you get a business person who will come into a classroom and basically help teach some business stuff, right? Sometimes it's entrepreneurship, sometimes it's small business, sometimes it's banking, economics, just cool. And it's real world stuff. So it's like they're trying to make it into how it's relevant to them, right? And I absolutely love it. I did my first one. I was working at the bank and I was probably, I don't even know, maybe 26, 27 years old. And I will never forget this. I was sent to a school in Battleground, which is ironic. But anyway, no. So I went to this school in Battleground and I was teaching a group of 8th graders. And I kind of, flipped through the thing and kind of knew, I felt like I knew enough to teach the 45-minute or so class, the 45-minute or so lesson. I was about 8 minutes into the lesson and I realized I was out of material. I was woefully unprepared. And these were 8th graders. They smelled blood in the water. And I learned a very valuable lesson that day. I learned that a couple of things, actually. The first and foremost, don't ever try to wing it. Don't ever try to wing it in front of a group of 8th graders, but don't ever try to wing it when you really don't know what your message is. And you'd think that I would, after doing this show for enough times, you'd think that I'm still not winging it. Sometimes I do, right? But I know what I want to say, and I know that I have enough material for, these shows are about 10 minutes long. I know I have enough material to last about that length of time. I was so ill prepared for that first time. So it really prepared me for that. But it also taught me to start thinking on my feet, because if I could keep an 8th grader plugged in for 40, I don't know, I think it was 48 minutes. If I could keep an 8th grader plugged in for 48 minutes, I could surely keep an adult plugged in for about that length of time. Because I'll tell you, in 8th grade, I was a lot older than them. I mean, even though I was in my mid 20s, they were in their early teens. I mean, I may as well have been a million years old, which is funny. Because they later on, I actually ran into a few of those students and they remembered me. They were like, "Hey, Mr. Dolfini," and I was like, "Who's calling me that?" I don't know anybody that calls me that. So it was really interesting. But the really cool thing about this whole thing, and this is why I'm bringing this up, first of all and foremost, junior achievement is absolutely amazing. It is absolutely awesome. If you have a program in your area, support it. So no matter what it is. I mean, I'm here in Lafayette, Indiana, and they have such an amazing, amazing program. That is being run by some really good folks. Jennifer and Risa are doing a fantastic job running it here, and they really are just crushing it. But the thing that I love about it is that, and it was unexpected because I've been donating time, where there was junior achievement, where I would go into the classroom for 12 consecutive weeks, for a specific period, or I would do what's called JA for a day, and I would go and I would teach junior achievement for an entire day. I prefer the JA for a day just because it was easier to block out an entire day to do that. But I've done all sorts of different ones. Well, the interesting thing that I found out, and I've been probably doing it now for well over 20 years, and of course I took a hiatus during COVID. But the interesting thing was I came to realize how much not only do I love teaching, but I'm actually pretty darn good at it. And again, I've taught younger kids, taught older kids. I love teaching the high school kids because I can make it so relevant to them. And the interesting thing, and the interesting dividend that I got from doing that and from donating my time, was I realized how much I really not only have a passion for it, but how I'm actually pretty good at it. Because I can take something that might be a remote or an abstract concept and tie it into something in daily life. And to a group of kids who I can very much remember sitting in class going, why in the world do we have to learn this crap? Now, keep in mind, I graduated the top 98% of my class. I'll let you do the math there. So yeah, I did not do very well in school. I was the one trying to find ways to get out of doing whatever it was. So graduating in the top 98% of my class, yeah, I mean, I did exactly the bare minimum. So making it relevant to those kids in that class was incredibly important to me because I felt like everything that I was learning was such a massive waste of my time. And I think that that's also why it made me a better teacher. And that's why, like right now, doing what I'm doing, where I'm teaching and coaching business owners to be, to be better at what they're doing, to be more focused on their life vision first before they create a business vision, to do all the things that I'm doing now. That's the unexpected dividend I never would have seen had I not ever donated my time and saw and got to experience that. So I'm so grateful to Junior Achievement and everything that they have done for me, everything that they have done for the kids that are in the programs. Every now and again, I'll have a kid that remembers me and says, "Hey, I remember when you taught me this one concept." And this one kid actually, and the point that I was trying to make was, it doesn't matter how much money coming in. What matters is the amount of money going out. If you're, and as adults, we kind of go, well, yeah, that's a math problem. But as a 13-year-old learning that concept pretty early, I don't know, maybe it changed his life and sent him on a different direction. So anyway, that's the unexpected dividend that you get from donating time. So donating your time. So however you donate your time, whether it's at your church or whether it's through Junior Achievement or United Way or whatever it is, donating your time can be a very, very valuable thing and repay you in ways that you may not actually see. You may not recognize it right away. So, all right, everybody, that's all I have for today. So please be sure to place a value on your free time, because if you don't, someone else will. And most important, there is no amount of money that will make time irrelevant. Have an awesome day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time.